Welcome back to Storytime. Let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Where we last left off, the team had finally caught up with Dr. Pierre, but after a bad plan went bad as expected, two of us ended up being detained by the guards. Dr. Pierre ended up vouching for the guy and he went off of him to do some business. The aforementioned business was turning the book that Dr. Pierre had over to Ardent Tanner. While that was going on, the other two being detained by the guards made a scene, escaped from the guards, and were making their way through a ventilation shaft towards the ship. Back with Dr. Pierre, he was also making a scene. The book he had given Ardent Tanner was a fake and a clever ruse to tarnish his name, which in the end ended up working, as he issued the command that anybody who was attending the gala was no longer allowed to leave. Alive, that is. And as he tried to capture Dr. Pierre set missiles to go off on his ship. As the missiles were going off, the other two, being in the wrong place at the wrong time, ended up getting stuck in a collapsing air vent, and after some horribly botched rolls and a slightly less bad roll, the kid left with Joanna's messily cut out stack, not far behind Dr. Pierre, and we'll pick up from there. Team's first priority after leaving Luna was to get as far away from Luna as possible. Second priority was loading Joanna into a new morph. So they flew a few days out and ended up in an asteroid field somewhere near Mars. All ended up meeting up at a bar on a scum barge that was near the asteroid belt. We had to wait a couple of hours for a cruise liner that was going to be passing through the area that had a place that we could purchase morphs that we could put Joanna into. When it was finally time to head out, we told Dr. Pierre just hang tight because we kind of needed to get the book from him, but we also needed to get Joanna into a new morph.
Yeah, man. I'll be right here when you guys get back.
100% reassured by that statement, we headed off to the cruise ship anyway. We ended up dropping Joanna off at the morph place because it was going to be a couple hours. So me and the guy decided to go window shopping and sightseeing around the cruise liner. We ended up roaming around for a bit. Neither one of us really had a lot of money to work with, so the kid got pretty bored pretty fast, so he decided to implement his fast way to make money. His virus. So the virus that we touched on a little bit back a couple episodes ago whenever we got our ship, the way it works is it has two settings, flush and drip. So essentially how the virus would work is he would physically put the virus in, it would access all information revolving around cred and stuff like that, and you got to set it to the option of either it would slowly drip money into your account, or you could just flush it and see how much money you would get. So he found an unattended computer, put in the virus, and set it to flush. As we're walking back, because this is around the time we needed to go pick up Joanna, we walk past a music festival that happens to be going on the lower decks of the ship, and the guy sees a person that he knows, his enemy. However, we didn't really end up having a run-in with them because I didn't know him, and the guy was still disguised as Hugh Jackman. So the guy just kind of pushed the kid a little bit faster so that we could just completely avoid him. We finally show up to pick up Joanna, and she's all set and ready to go in her new morph. I do not remember what she looked like at all. And the thing that doesn't help is she also has skin flex again, and she ended up using it a lot more. But that's neither here nor there. Make our way back over to the scum barge so we can go rendezvous with Dr. Pierre. You know, we kind of need to get the book from him. And we get back to the bar and oh, he's gone. Aw, man. Nobody saw this coming. So we end up just calling Firewall to see what they want us to do at this point. And they heard about the fiasco on Luna and gave us a little update on that situation. So as Ardent Tanner said, no one was allowed to leave alive, and we were the only people other than Dr. Pierre and the mousy blogger chick that actually left. Her name is Claire, by the way. She ended up uploading all of the going-ons at the gala to her blog, and skipped on no details whatsoever, which included the video footage of him ordering people to be gunned down who were trying to leave. So, Ardent Tanner's reputation's pretty fucking shot now, but he's also, you know, looking for us. So our firewall agent just kind of told us to lay low for a little bit. He told us to go to whatever the closest planet we're currently nearby and just lay low. Do not get in any trouble, nothing. So we end up back on Mars. However, this time we set our eyes on a much larger city known as New Pittsburgh. And as we leave from the scum barge, I get a little ping from my virus. It ended up flushing about 30,000 cred into my account, and the team was none the wiser. Also en route to New Pittsburgh, the kid finally had a breakthrough on 2 experiments he was working on. One being the nanobots I briefly mentioned at the beginning of the Lunar Gala. He had finally reprogrammed an older nanoswarm that he had, and had it producing the new nanobots that could link together, and he was working on blueprints for a device that would run off of that. The second experiment was an AI that he spent pretty much the entire trip programming it. Next episode will be out on Friday. As always, you can follow me on Twitter at JarofWizard and on Tumblr at the exact same handle. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like, maybe comment, maybe even subscribe, or maybe even share it with your older brother Murphy. I don't know. You beautiful people have a nice day. Bye. Also,